What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we got the release finally of the Sega Genesis Mini, and I'm really excited to open this up, unbox it. I've seen already unboxings of it, and I'm sure you have as well. Just like looks like a really cool little console with 42 games. So there's 40 classic games, and then there's 2 bonus titles. So there's 42 games in total, which is awesome. One thing about me is I never had the Sega Genesis, so being able to play a lot of these games, maybe the first time, or at least playing the Sega Genesis version of them will be the first time. So I'm really excited to jump into this, to unbox it, and to start playing it. So let's get into it. Alright, so there's no tape or anything on the panel, on the tab. It's just literally just lets you right in. And the box is really cool. It has that retro, like original style box that they had back in the day. So first thing you're presented with here, power brick, nothing exciting, or the plug for it, and then the actual mini USB with a little Sega right on the actual USB itself. You can see that right there. It says Sega right on the actual USB itself, which is interesting. It comes with 2 controllers. Now they're the 3-button controllers, so the fighting games, obviously it'll be difficult to play them, but the majority of the games I've heard on here work fine with 3-button controllers, which is awesome. And the fact that it comes with 2, I like that. The Super Nintendo Classic came with 2, which was good, and I don't think the NES Classic came with 2 controllers. Forget. Wow. I never knew how, like, well, I've held the Sega Genesis controller before, but like I said, I never had it. I never really, it's big. It's a big controller. And there it is, Sega Genesis controller, just like the original, but it plugs in via USB instead. Feels really nice. I keep going like this for shoulder buttons, but there are no shoulder buttons on the Genesis controller. It's just ABC, like the Super Nintendo one. The shoulder buttons. And the second one here, just pull it out. Exact same, obviously. Second controller, and then the actual. Oh, they throw in a USB or HDMI cable as well for it. And then finally, you have the actual console itself. So you have the actual console itself, which is tiny. So it's a tiny little Sega Genesis, and all of the little like dongles and stuff actually work on this thing. Not work, but like they move. So you have the volume slider that goes up and down. You have the on off. That obviously will work because that's how you power it on, I'm assuming. Then you have the reset button, which actually clicks down. And one thing I like about this, which is better already than the Super Nintendo Classic, is the slot. You can actually put something in there, or at least it's opened. And then you saw that they actually have those accessories that go onto this if you wanted to add, just kind of like for show. So it will go in there and it will hook in, which is pretty cool. And then it's connected via USB and HDMI, and then 2 HDMI ports right here in the front. So, okay, so just a quick comparison with the Super Nintendo Classic. So you have Super Nintendo Classic, you have the Sega Genesis Mini here, and it is like it was back in the day. You know, it's horizontal. This one was vertical. It's longer, it's taller, and it's thinner than the Super Nintendo Classic. So 2 very cool classic consoles in their 2 very cool classic consoles in their miniature form. And one thing about this, like I said, I like how all of the stuff is functional on here and actually moves, whereas the Super Nintendo, this didn't open, which was kind of annoying. I wish it would have. Even though you can't really put anything in there, it would have been nice to just have it like the actual original. And then yeah, it's you'll be able to put in like those promotional stuff like the 32X and the Sega CD. But yeah, there it is, the Sega Genesis Mini unboxing. Very cool. I'm very happy to have this. Like I said, I never had a Sega Genesis growing up, so I'm excited to try out the games on this, see what they're like, play around with the controller, and how they play with the controller. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're picking this up, if you had a Sega Genesis when you're older, if you liked it a lot, if you liked it better than the Super Nintendo. I would love to know what you guys think. I'm excited to jump into this. Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, maybe share the video around, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next video.